Hey guys, what is up? Eric Hill here, one half of the Hill Twins, and today we're back at it again with another video. As you guys can see, this is game 3 of Frieza-sama versus Son Gohan. And as you can see, my hand is actually pretty broken. Eon's going first, unfortunately. And he starts with his one drop. It's pretty good play for the most part. He searches out, and I have the energy marker, so this is actually pretty big. Again, these last few games, as you guys can see, we've both adapted in a way where you know, we understand how we're choosing to approach this matchup. So as you guys can see, I am about to, you know, summon my 2-drop Frieza, but then I said, you know what, let me dig first. Let me see what, you know, I have coming up, and then make a better decision. So ultimately, I decided to drop the 1-drop Zarbon because I'm going into my turn 3 next turn with the energy marker, and that means that I can Raccoon Ginyu into 2 energy, which is very big because my Zarbon is Frieza's army. So I decided to do that instead, which is really good. Eon's turn 2 is very simple. He swings, deals a damage, and summons his 1-drops. And as you guys can see on my turn, I attack. And I know I'm not going to be able to awaken this turn in particular, so I go ahead and, you know, try to find a card to see what I'll get. And he goes ahead and he defends that life, which is very important. As you guys can see, I start swinging out, and I'm able to just drop 3 guys on board this turn, and that's just really big. I'm pressuring him so fast. He's going to 3 energy, and I know that he can't ramp. So that's very big. I obviously forget to you know, rest the 1-drop and swing into the 1-drop, which was misplayed, because definitely should have swung my 1-drop into it. I don't want him to combo or anything like that. But he goes into his ramp on turn 3, and that is pretty good because he actually seen the ramp. But, you know, he's at 5 life, so this is exactly where I want him to be. And I am inevitably going to awaken, and this is going to allow us to just do insane amounts of pressure on this turn. So as you guys can see, I already have 4 attackers with my leader, and Eon has decisions he needs to make, but there's just a lot going on. So I'm going to go ahead, swing, and take the life, and now I will be able to awaken. And the reason why I didn't want to attack with the Frieza yet, because that was going to be easy for him to defend with a 5k. So I swing 20, and then I get to awaken and swing another 20. It's just more value, and my goal is to deal as much damage. He's going into his 5th energy next turn. We should be able to see a 5-drop Son Goku. So I'm just like, bro, I want to flip your wig. Like, I know what the deal is. And as you guys can see, everything is turning sideways. Still have 3 energy open. It's literally super powerful because of the fact that it's just a lot going on, you know. And so I'm like, my hand is super huge, and you know, because I don't have any more attackers, I'm like, you know what, let me set up these 1-drops. These are gonna be for good defense, and I go into this Frieza here because essentially it's another body on board, and I get to play another 1-drop, and so I get to draw a card, and I'm checking this Frieza at 1. I just wanted to try it out. And it was pretty cool. Not the best card, but essentially I get to untap this card, and now it's another body on board to combo, and it will inevitably allow me to play these 1-drops for free if he doesn't remove it. But he's going into his turn 5. It's not much he can do. So that's very big, because if he doesn't pacify my board with like maybe a Vegeta and swinging into them, then it gets very, very bad for him. And as you guys can see, I'm using these 1-drops to protect my battle cards because I need them on board so that I can just swing face next turn. I know that he's going to go into the 17, 18, and that's gonna be very big for me. So I'm just prepared to just swing as much as possible. And as you guys can see, he summoned this 4-drop Vegeta, and this guy is really good. He got rid of my 2-drop Frieza, which would, you know, allow me to, you know, rest his card or take another life to get some more combo, depending on if I'm going for game or not. So that was a very important pick Very, very important. He's not too worried about this 2-drop Frieza, but it does gain some value, as you guys will see coming in. So that's pretty cool. I charged the cooler. I'm not prepared to tap out for that on this turn. So you know, it didn't serve any purpose. But that card is also pretty good in this in this game, in this match, particularly because of the fact that excuse me, particularly because of the fact that you get to make them choose between summoning 17, 18, or you know, maybe summoning something to out the 4-drop. So everything is going towards, I think, Vegeta at this point. No, everything's going towards lead at this point. And you know, he understands the assignment. He can't get too low, but obviously the point is that he is taking a blow with these cards from hand. And I did get value from the Frieza, like I said, being able to play this 1-drop. It was cute. I didn't have to waste energy on it. So because he defended his life and he wasted a few cards, I am swinging towards the Vegeta at this point now, because my goal is for him to waste a little bit more life. And I mean, waste a little bit more cards in his hand. So if I start swinging life, at some point he's going to take life. So essentially, I'm going to deal damage, which is great, but I want to get him into a position where I can win next turn strictly by the fact that he has such little resources, and that's the name of the game. So I'll go ahead and summon a Zarbon, and I get another 10k Frieza that rests as a card, and that's super powerful. And I'm going to spend this last 2 energy on this you know, Frieza, and I'm going to go to a 30k to entice a super combo. And he goes ahead and he defends it, and that's pretty good. I anticipated that he's going into 7 energy, which would basically give him the ability to destroy my entire board. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. He has 6 energy. So my board is still actually pretty good. Sorry, guys. My board is still pretty good. I chose not to defend this because I didn't know if he... Yep, sorry, he has 7 energy. So I chose not to defend this because I just figured he had the 7-drop. And yeah, this card is absolutely bonkers. As you guys can see, he's going to go ahead and blow up my whole field. But it's okay because the damage has been done, and that is the goal. If you wait too long and you don't do what I'm showing you, then that's going to happen nonetheless, and you won't have a good footing in the match. As you guys can see, he has wasted a lot of cards already, so now in order to defend his life, he is using super combos on a 20k base attack. And that's not good. So he already showed me that there's not much that he has, or he's trying to keep maybe a 5 or 10k that's very valuable for him. But I know at this point in the game, he's looking to summon these big drops that are 0 combo power. So what that means is that it's either he defends these attacks, or I can Raccoon Ginyu into something else, rebuild the board, and just flip his wig for game. And he doesn't want to get his shit pushed in, so he understands he has to do that. So I didn't want to make a huge investment, so I said, you know what, let me put him down to 4, okay? I'm sorry, let me summon his 4-drop and put him down to 2. I know that he's not going to combo out of that, and let's see where it goes. And I can anticipate him summoning maybe a Brawly on this turn, and I'm okay because that means that he can deal 3 damage for the most part, you know, easily, without having to, you know, worry too much about doing extra things such as his leader effect, etc. He has a big 50k on board and 2 45k swings if he summons that 8-drop, which you see he does here. So I knew that I could take up to 3 damage, and I knew that he wasn't going to be able to combo out on his leader swing. His hand is pretty low. So this is all the things that I basically anticipated, and now the Ginyu stays on board, which is really good for me. So he's at 2 at this point. I know that, you know, I have to defend my life and then maybe summon Frieza next turn. And Eon plays smart. He chooses not to attack because he knows the card will get locked. And that is very, very smart. But as you guys can see, I'm instantly going into my Ginyu effect. And I'm swinging at the lead. And I want him to defend because I want him to use 5k out of his hand, because my goal is to summon his 5-drop Frieza. There we go. And swing out for game. He's already used maybe 2 super combos. He has some extra cards that are in the energy area already. So these are things that I paid attention to. So I'm calculating, you know, certain things. So So I'll go ahead and rest the Brawly, and this is actually really good because if I don't win this turn, at least I was able to pacify this dual attack 80k and 45k. So I'm swinging that lead, I'm going to lock Brawly, and now I'm going to just go in. Because at the end of the day, I still have a substantial amount of life, so that if he actually gets out of this combo power, it's likely that he doesn't have anything, or maybe he has one big drop and there's a chance that I can still survive. But I figured if he has another like 2, 8 drops or something like that, then the likelihood of him getting out of this with the things that I've already seen in his energy area and in his drop, then it's very highly unlikely that he'll be able to summon something unless he top decks something. And as you guys can see, he's scooping up. And yeah, so that was the game, guys. Thank you so much. Like and subscribe and stay super.